everyone, my name is Sarah Lowe. I'm with the Art Cellar of Houston. And today we're going to be painting pints. That's right. Our St. Patty's Day themed beer mugs. And we've got lots of different options for you, but just know that for this, you don't have to use pints. You can also paint margarita glasses for whatever your themed occasion may be. We also have this class at our studio, the Art Cellar of Houston, in wine glasses. And we do let you choose from a variety of glass types. So if you don't have a kit already for this video, then make sure to go to artcellarhouston.com, click shop, and you'll see the first little box is painting kits. That's where you'll find our St. Patty's Day themed painted pints. If you have your kit ready, pull everything out, grab yourself a cup of water because we will need that, and we'll be right back. So I've got my water, I've got my napkins, my paintbrushes. I do have my glitter put off to the side. These are things that came in your painting kit. We have gold, white, and green included in this kit, and that's just a little embellishment at the end. There are quite a few tips and tricks that you need to know about this class. So with the paint, less is best. Okay, you don't need a lot of paint on your plate. In fact, this right here is enough to do about 2 or 3 glasses, maybe 4. So just put a little bit on your plate to start with, and then we are going to use water to water the paint down. The paint itself goes on glass easier whenever it's watered down. If it's too thick, it's going to leave lines, like streaked lines in the paint, and it will also leave bumps on your glass. So you definitely want to have it watered down to do the initial sketching. And then the trick here is to put multiple layers. For this glass class, we tend to put about 4 layers, maybe more, sometimes 5 layers of paint, depending on the color. Red is a color that you definitely want to have at least 4 or 5 layers. Let's see, I think green is going to be another one of those colors where we need to have at least 4 layers of paint. Black is a color that I tend to only put maybe 1 or 2 layers. It is pretty strong. And then yellow as well is another oddly very strong color. But yellow typically on other surfaces is a lot more transparent. So just kind of wing it for your colors, but know for the greens, the blues, the whites, we're probably gonna put at least 2 to 3 layers, if not 4, on our glass. Now, I've got my paint here, I've got my paintbrushes, and I am ready to go on this side, the stencils. If you are uncomfortable with freehand drawing, we put stencils in your kit so you can use those. So with my stencils, I can take a piece of tape, right? And I will put the stencil where I want it to go on the glass. So you are gonna have to take a good look and line everything up. If you find that once you put it in the glass that it's crooked, you'll have to cut out each section and line those out where you want them to go. For the shamrock, this part, if you'll notice here, these little bits look like the shape of a heart, right? So for my purposes, what I'll do is just go in and draw a heart, or if you want to use the stencil, line this up here. You can use tape if you'd like to. Whenever I go to teach this class, I don't use tape. I just put it there and then start drawing. So I'll grab my tiny brush here, dip it into the water, and then I want to start with a darker green color. So I'm going to mix blue and green together very well. Once I've mixed those 2 colors together, remember I just put my brush into the water cup. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to grab a little bit more, and I'll pull this back so y'all can see it. So I'm going to grab a little bit more water, and I want this to be very liquidy. So when I go to draw, it will just go right on. Now I have a shaky hand. I am not gonna lie. I tell everyone this in my classes. It's just one of those things. And so what I'll do whenever I'm done drawing my shapes, while my paint is still wet, I will take my napkin or I will take my paintbrush. I'll rinse it off completely, dry it off on my napkin, and then I'll go back in and wipe it away with that water. The greatest part about glass paint is while it's still wet, you can wipe anything off. While it's dry, you can wipe it off. You just take water and, excuse me, I'm a very animated person. You take water and your napkin and it just comes right off. So I'll start outlining this guy. and then paint the insides, and we'll come back and take a look at the final results. So I've done tracing my stencil. I'll zoom in for you guys to see it here. And you can see here, I actually changed the colors up a little bit by each of the hearts. So for the first one up here, I did blue and green up there. For over here, I mixed together yellow and my blue-green color. And then for the one on this side, I added more yellow and blue together. And I did 3 different colors just because I want these to look a little bit different. Each one of them to look a little bit different. That's just me personally. You can keep all of them the same color. This class, typically when I teach this class, we'll work on one glass. When we're done on one glass, we'll start the second glass while this is drying. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for this glass to dry. So while I'm painting the second one, this will dry, and then I'll come back after I'm done painting the second glass, and I'll work on the first glass for the second coat. When I'm done with the first glass, I'll move to the second glass. Now, if you decide you don't have a lot of time and you want to continue with just a very short one glass and add glitter and you're done, put the glitter on after the first layer and that's it. For the glitter though, here's what you've got to be aware about. The glitter, if you decide you want to bake these glasses to heat set them, the glitter will catch fire in your oven. So please do not put glasses that have been glittered in the oven. This is very important, and I will put lots of alerts all over this video. But glitter is made of plastic. You put it in the oven and it will catch fire. So definitely be aware of that situation. For those of you who add glitter, just put the glitter on, put the glass away for 30 days, and then you can drink out of these in 30 days. Your color will be set and you have nothing to worry about. If you do not use glitter, then you're welcome to put these in the oven to heat set them, and we'll talk about that later once we've finished our second glass. So on the back side of my glass, I decided to do Kiss Kiss, right? And not the best handwriting. Normally I have great handwriting, but when you're painting on glass, it is such a struggle to get your handwriting to be perfect. So do not plan on having perfect handwriting. Instead, what most people do is we grab our trusty old toothpick and clean away those errors. So while the paint is wet, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna scrape away the uneven areas of my lines for what I did. Okay, so all of the words that I wrote, I'm gonna clean those up with my toothpick. Grab your toothpick and let's get started cleaning up those unperfect lines. Now that I have done my second coat, I've cleaned up my Kiss Kiss. I've done my second coat of paint, and I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter to that second coat while it's still wet. Remember, glitter won't stick unless you've got wet paint there, right? So we're gonna just sprinkle it is the best way to do it. I pour a little bit of the glitter onto my plate, and then I pinch it with my fingers and pour it onto the wet plate. Once I'm done, of course, try to get it off your fingers best you can, and then I'll hit the glass to just let it fall onto the plate. So I've got wet paint, glitter now added. You can come back in with a dry brush. So I have this dry brush right here that I haven't used. It's a thicker brush, and I'm gonna use that to wipe away the glitter that is on my glass. So that way I can check out to see how this looks. This is a little bit time consuming to get all this glitter off, so do be patient with yourself with this step. And Maybe blow a little bit. So I've still got a lot more work to do, but you can see here, this is gonna look really cool once it's done. Kiss, kiss. On this side, I'm gonna come back and do a second layer onto my shamrock, but only in certain areas where I see the shamrock is see-through. And that's where I'm gonna apply the glitter on that side. Now, because I'm applying glitter, this means I cannot put this in the oven. I'm just gonna set this aside and let it dry for 30 days. I'm one of those people, I can wait, I have the patience. For those of you who do not want to use the glitter, you will take your glass, put it into the oven, turn the oven on to 350, let it warm up with the glass inside. Let it bake for 30 minutes, then turn the oven off with the glass inside. Do not touch it for another 30 minutes. Once the oven has completely cooled down, and this has been in the oven for now an hour, 30 minutes heated, 30 minutes cooling time, then you can take it out and that paint is set. You should be great to hand wash your glasses and start drinking out of them same day kind of concept. So if you're looking to do something, a rush project, you know, don't use glitter and you can get it the same day. It would be a lot of fun. What else do you need to know? That's pretty much about it for this class. It is a very short, sweet, and simple class, and I absolutely love painting on glass. If you have any questions along the way, tips and tricks that you haven't heard here in this video, remember, you can always tag us, Art Cellar Houston, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're also on Twitter and on YouTube here, where you found this wonderful video. We've got lots more that are included with our painting kits. Those are again at Art Cellar Houston. Click shop and you'll see our painting kits there as the first button. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a pleasure painting this wonderful glass with you. Remember, art is happiness and make it your own. Tag us on social media with your finished products. I would love to see what you all are creating on the backside. Have a great day.